Hello traders, welcome back to the Chart Whisperer. I am Tepo, back again with another analysis video. It has been forever, so let's not waste any further time. First, please hit that like please guys. Subscribe, and before you go any further, just click that link in the description. Join the Telegram channel. I promise you it'll be worth your time. Let's get right into it. And we begin with the Dow Jones. As you know, nothing has changed there. Dow Jones has given us 3 levels of rise. They kind of gave us a little bit of a double top there. So I am expecting for the Dow Jones to go short in the long term. Come on. As you know, in the long term, I am normally bullish on the US indices, but again, we always follow the level count. As you can see, I've got last week and last month's high just waiting for me to take advantage. So I'm definitely looking to go short. If you actually look at this little region here, it's very clear that price did not want to break through it. There's not a single solid candle in there because this is mostly a railroad track. So it shows you this is some sort of area of interest. So I am looking to go short there. Maybe today's CPI will be the catalyst. So I wanna take a stop hunt high drop. Now, just so you know, I am willing to go short here on last month's high. I'll just need the right kind of candlestick formation, reversal pattern. I believe there's more liquidity up there, but I think they can definitely reverse here. We'll see how price chooses to behave. Again, it's more likely that we're going to see a move during CPI, but let's see how that goes. I'm looking to go short, and this is where my alerts are going to be. Again, as you know, I but ideally wouldn't mind if price goes up there and then closes below the initial high. Then I know for sure we got him. Straight to Nasdaq, a little bit different in my opinion. I've had 2 levels of rise. I do expect 1 more level of rise. Nothing clear for me. It's been kind of choppy here. They might treat this like the Dow Jones, but I'm not completely sold on that. So I think I'm gonna stay out actually. Oh, no, sorry. Actually, I'm not staying. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm expecting 1 more level of rise from the Nasdaq. And I think the perfect place for that to happen is, let's go down to the 15 minutes so I can just show you. I think the perfect place is last month's low. Maybe a reversal pattern at yesterday's high could be an option. I think that would give us something. But my initial alert is going to be down here. Obviously nothing going to happen here at last week's low. So last month's low is it the low or the high? Actually, sorry, I think it's last month's high. Sorry, yeah, last month's high looks like a very good place for me. So I'm gonna set my alert there and see what happens. Of course, it is opposite to what I anticipate for Dow Jones, but I'm just following the level count and we'll see how price decides to behave. Over to the cable. The cables gave us 2 levels of drop, quite clean. Actually took a couple of days to do it, but quite clean. I've got no issues with that. I expect them to give us 1 more level of drop. It should be pretty obvious. I think they do need to complete the cycle. What did I just do? They do need to complete the cycle. However, it seems like I can only take a trade at yesterday's low. Yesterday's low could be a good continuation area, so I might just take a short position from there if anything is clear. Otherwise, I'll stay out if they don't give me anything, but I'm definitely expecting to go short there. And I'm not necessarily regarding the long-term trend at the moment, although if I'll just look at it for a second quickly. I think they've given 2 levels of rise. Yeah, 1 more level of rise will make sense on the 4-hour as well. So a little bit of a contrast between the long term and the 1 hour, but we'll see what happens. It could go down there just to complete the hourly cycle and then begin the uptrend. Over to EURUSD. The opposite, if anything. I've got 2. Let me just compare quickly. Yeah, two levels of rise in the opposite direction. Not usually a fan when they do that, but we'll see how it goes, because when we look at the 4-hour, they've pretty much been chopping in this area. I'm expecting them to give us a long-term drop, this a peak formation of sorts here, so they can actually drop price. But until that happens, I think maybe they'll give us one more level of rise on the 1-hour so that we can catch a proper reversal there. In terms of a trading opportunity, will not really take a stop hunt trade here by last month's high. I'm not a fan of that. And remember, nothing's changed. I am a high probability trade merchant, so anything outside of that is not good enough for me. I'll take maybe a continuation pattern at yesterday's high. AUDUSD has been chopping for 2 months now. On the 1-hour, of course, there have been some moves, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just been chopping. So it would be nice to see them break out of this. I expect them to give us one more level of rise actually to get out of here. Quite clearly, it looks good to me. Before they can maybe reverse, and even so, let's look at the long term and I'll see actually what I actually anticipate. Yeah, I expect them to still rise from here, so I'm definitely ready to go long. Even if they give us one more level of rise, reset, then rise again, I think we're still going to see rise for quite a considerable period. So for today, I am expecting a stop hunt low rise right there. Yesterday's low, I think it's a very good point of interest. We get a nice high probability setup there, and we're going with them long. I actually want to see them break last week and last month's high. Actually, that would confirm the uptrend, especially for a long term. So maybe if they give us a continuation pattern at yesterday's high or the highs that I mentioned here, then maybe we could even get a stronger probability trade. But we'll see how that happens. I'll have my alerts set up on both sides. Over to the Canadian dollar. I've had 2 levels of drop here. I would like to see one more level of drop to complete the cycle. Let's just look there. The long term, on the 4-hour, I think we've got 1, 2. Yeah, we're still missing one more level of drop. So on the long term as well as the 1-hour, so that is a nice little confirmation for me. So I expect to see them go down for one more level at the very least. I've got last month's high there, a great point of interest. I'd love to go short there. A nice stop hunt formation would be excellent. We'll also consider a continuation pattern at yesterday's low. So quite a few options there, but I think the direction is quite clear here. Maybe we'll even get in this situation, I like to get a stop hunt before a major news release, like today being CPI. I'd like to see it maybe an hour, 30 minutes, an hour before CPI. Then I expect CPI to actually complete the move, but we'll see how that shapes up. Over to the Swiss franc, similarly, 2 levels of drop already seen. I'm expecting one more level of drop, not too much to even say there because they're almost identical. They look like they had a little bit of a pullback there by the initial, but that's neither here nor there as far as I'm concerned. I want to see them come up to yesterday's high, give us a nice reversal pattern, and drop down right from there. Maybe let's see where the ADR is. Ooh, nice and far. Maybe even last week's high would be a good area. I would look at yesterday's low as well for continuation, but it's not necessarily my favorite at this point. I do prefer stop hunts, and this would be the best place for me to get it. So I'll just have my alert set up right there, and I'll keep checking now and then here, but mostly my alerts will be there by yesterday's high. And then finally, the S&P 500 is a little bit different. I don't have exact symmetry when it comes to these indices, so I look at them separately at the moment. I've had 3 levels of rise on the S&P 500, and I am now expecting them to reverse price. Short term, of course, as you know, I am bullish on the American economy, but I think we can get one more level of drop down here. I think we can get 1 to 3 levels of drop from here, so we can continue the upward cycle. Because if you look at the higher time frame, the 4 hours, you can see we got I expect a whole lot more. I've got 1, 2 levels of rise. I expect a full level of rise from there at the very least, so a whole lot more in terms of bulls. But I think it would make complete sense if they drop price maybe to last week's low, maybe even the blueberry, but I'm not necessarily going to guess where I expect them to go down to. As long as they do reverse price from there, that'll be good for me. An ideal setup, of course, would be a stop hunt high drop. As you know, when I have the point of interest in between the Asian section box, I actually want price to basically shoot up here and give me a nice little pin, and maybe even close below yesterday's high. Then I know for sure that there is some trap movement going on there. As you can see, it's only pins to yesterday's high, so there could be something there for us. Stop on high drop position over here, or set up over here, and I'll definitely enter if it's a high probability trade. Yeah, I expect quite a lot of trades today, especially looking at CPI. Everything looks open for the most part. I think, yeah, every instrument actually could have something today, so it might be a busy day. Doesn't matter though. What's more important is high probability setup, so we'll see how price shapes up. And yeah, thank you for tuning in again. Please make sure you click the link in the description and join the Telegram channel. You don't want to miss out. I had been saying throughout the year that I'm going to be providing more value, and that time is now. So everything is ready and set up. You'll see it as it comes through from today going forth. So just do me a favor, click that like if you found any value in this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.